Okay, and with that said and done, hello everyone, Ohio gozaimasu, and this is Berserk, Millenium, Falcon, seimasen senki no shou speedrun. Sorry if I butchered the Japanese name. This run will go for quite a bit, that's why, without further ado, I just want to start to run any second now. Timer starts once I hit new game. So for the people responsible for the timer, I'll give you the cue. Once I say go, start the timer. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so my name is BlueHarvey. I'm a speedrunner of a lot of different games. One of them being the Berserk speedrun. And as you might have seen, this game has multiple difficulties, and I'm running today on easy mode because it is faster, and it's not really much different from expert in my eyes. And it's just... any other category just takes way longer, and it's not really that much fun, from my opinion. And I'm like the only person running this in any anyway. So yeah, I'm just running easy because it's faster, it's more fun, and it has less annoying stuff happening. And it's shorter, because there has been one person called Vichacorn who has run expert before on New Game Plus, and that took close to 6 hours. And for this game, I feel like, nah, I don't want to play this for 6 hours. Like, I love this game, I really do. But 6 hours? Nah, I'm good. Okay, so the very first thing we do right here is actually fight a snowman. And this is, I guess, a tutorial boss, and he gave us bad RNG right from the get-go, because he can dive. And when he dives, we basically just have to wait for him to go back up. Okay, and then... no, he avoided my attack! Oh, that's bad. So the thing is, everything in this run is RNG. From the normal boss fights, from the enemies and whatnot, everything is RNG. So if you can imagine it being a thing, it's probably RNG. Oh yeah, counter system, that's also something that is in this game. So enemies can attack you and have like these red or blue auras around them. And red auras is quote-unquote unblockable counters, while blue ones are blockable counters. Or should I say, counterable counters, if that makes sense. And these counters, if you get them, they can do a lot of damage to your enemies. So, well, it comes down to which boss we're on right now. But they usually do an incredible amount of damage. And we want to do them as much as possible, especially for fights later on. And yeah. So this game has a lot of cutscenes, but sadly we skip all of them. So if you want to see some animation, I would highly suggest watching someone else do a cutscene percent run. Or maybe you could ask me if I want to do a cutscene percent run someday. But yeah, I haven't done that before. So if you're down for that, then you can follow the stream. Or maybe at a speedrun festival, or maybe we can do this next year or next time we do this. Oh yeah, this is the most annoying enemy in the game, these trees. They block your path, and they can knock you back miles behind. And because they can knock you back miles behind, they can deal a lot of damage and just be super annoying if they don't. Okay, I actually got knocked back forwards, which is actually quite amazing. Which is really good. You might be seeing me dashing from time to time and throwing a knife. The reason why I'm doing this, 1, 2, 3, and then throwing a knife, is because dashing is faster than regular walking. Now, if I normally dash without doing what I'm doing, then... Let me get through this really quick. Okay. If I don't dash without throwing the knife, I got just like a little... an animation where he like has to wait until he can go back up again and walk. But if he's throwing a knife like that, then we don't have to wait for that animation to finish, because then we only have to wait for the knife throwing animation, and he immediately goes back up and is able to run again, which saves a lot of time throughout the run. I think I saved like like almost half an hour when I did this throughout the run. And here we're gonna fight Zod 1. I think this is a flashback in the game sense, because thus far we've only had some filler stuff happening. This game is kind of like Naruto. It takes filler stuff and canon stuff together and like combines them to make stuff longer, in that sense. But yeah, what I'm doing here, or at least trying to do here, is try and attack Zod with... Oops. Oh wow, I didn't do as much damage as I hoped I would. I'm using R1 to target him and do square for slashing him over and over again, which is the main method to deal damage in this run for most of the fights. And Zod has a second phase here, which is, well, Zod 2, his true form. And his I don't know what you call this, what is coming up right now. But I would call it his true form. And it's super annoying because he can always like scream the entire time. Like this, and if he screams like that the entire time, you can not block that, as far as I know. You cannot block that, and you just get knocked back all the time. Oh, let me explain the reversal stuff. If an enemy attacks you, and press guard at the right time, you can do what's called a reversal or a counter. And I mean, it's basically like every other game that has a counter system in it. If you just dodge at the right time, you just get a counter attack in the enemy. Okay, I'm getting some bad RNG here. He's always starting with a grab. And the game is really not nice to me when it comes to like getting these counters in, especially when those blue ones happen. Like, while I'm attacking, he's constantly using the, Come on. Okay, now we can... Okay. And what I just did right now is called Berserk mode. The Berserk mode is activated by using the, bar on the left there, besides... bar on the right, sorry. Bar on the right, next to my HP bowel. And once that is full, I can use, Berserk mode, and I can go... well, Berserk for 8 seconds, which makes gods faster. I don't know if it makes them stronger, but it makes them really fast for 8 seconds, so he can go absolutely ham for 8 seconds. And what you just saw there with the brand of sacrifice on my HP is... I don't know what you call that. It's a combo attack, I think. I think it's called a combo attack. And what you can do is... triangle is your heavy attack, normally, but if you have a brand of sacrifice on your HP bowel, or HP glass, or whatever you call it, you can initiate a combo attack, and these combo attacks can usually deal an insane amount of damage. So, of course we're going to use it, because, I mean, who doesn't want to defeat bosses faster with doing incredible amount of damage? Okay, so let me explain a little bit about the game, how it normally works. So, oh, nice. So the game works from my own headcanon that I made. It tries to simulate Gods' life as much as possible, which is as much agony as possible as you can imagine. Because you have monsters constantly chasing you, and you have very tight areas where you have to go through, and they're attacking you all the time. And there's lots of walking and lots of enemies that just want your blood, basically. So, to get through this game, we basically just walk from A to B, kill hordes, I will get back to that later. And we kill hordes and bosses, and yeah, just kill hordes. We go through areas and try not to die, basically. Because that is a big part about this run, not dying. Because this game can be really brutal at times. Okay, I mentioned earlier hordes. So what do I mean with hordes? As you can see right now, I have a lot of enemies running after me right now and fighting and attacking me and dealing damage. So this is the opposite of what a horde is, because I'm going from A to B while just being able to dashing forward. If you initiate a horde fight, You cannot go forward or anywhere until you have killed every single enemy that is spawning within the horde. And you have to wait for the game to like leave you out of the horde. Like the game just tells you, okay, the horde stops, now you can continue. And goes into loading screen, and then the barriers for the hordes are gone and you can continue. That's how the hordes work. So you have basically just a horde of enemy that's just attacking you out of nowhere, and you're trying to kill all of them and trying to survive the horde attack. And this happens a lot in this run, just so you're aware. This happens quite a bit. Also, next up, we're grabbing what... I don't know what their official name is, but I'm calling them dolls. This yellow thing here with the blue aura, that's what I call an HP or an EXP doll. In this case, it was an EXP doll because I got 3k EXP. These HP EXP dolls can... It's not random. There's they are specific set if there are HP or EXP dolls, but they can heal you. And if they heal you, you get full HP back, and you get the full Berserk bar back, and all your weaponry stuff that you used earlier, like the knife, for instance, or if I use the cannon, because they're all on cooldowns, that usage, that's all on cooldowns. Once I used all of them, and I go into an HP EXP, or just an HP doll, all that stuff gets quote-unquote healed, so I don't have to wait for the cooldown to happen. And the arm cannon right now has a cooldown of 2 minutes. So if I use the arm cannon right before one of those HP dolls, it immediately goes back to being fully charged. I hope I'm going the right way. Yes, I am going the right way. And after this loading screen, which this game has quite a bit of loading screens. It would have been nice if the loading times would have been a bit faster, but yeah, this game just has a lot of loads. We're going to fight our first horde. And the EXP that you see from when I kill enemies or when I collect these dolls is for a level up system. Well, let me kill a couple of these so you can see. Let me go over here. You see that red barrier? That red barrier is an indication that you're currently in a horde fight or a boss fight. And right now I'm in a boss fight, so I can't leave this area. If you could leave the area though and like continue like nothing would have happened, that would be something like a glitch. If someone wants to glitch hunt this game, feel free. Since I'm the only person running this game, I haven't really done any glitch hunting in it, so if you want to glitch hunt and make this run even faster, or if you're inspired by this run, feel free to run this game as well, if you want to. Because this game really can use some time saves, because it really doesn't have many time saves, so yeah, we have these hordes happening here, and I should use Berserk like right now. As you can see with Berserk, I'm going absolute ham. I'm just killing everything left and right of me. And at the end, I have like an outburst. Guts is just going absolutely crazy and just kills everything around him. That's how Berserk works. And also, Berserk gets charged up if you attack and kill enemies as well. So that's another way to charge up the Berserk bar. And we have a bunch of these combo attacks, as you see from the Friend of Sacrifice that appears. The Friend of Sacrifice appears after you attack a bunch of enemies and like kill a bunch. I think it's set to a certain amount, but I don't know the exact amount. If I could please hit the enemies, that would be nice. Yeah, but they're not useful right now, but they're gonna be useful later on when we fight enemies which don't die in one hit. Because right now enemies die in one hit and they're just coming in hordes, absolutely. Okay, there's a bunch more, so we're gonna get rid of them. Oh yeah, huge shoutouts to Kage Oburo. Kage Oburo from Nico Nico is the person I used this run from. If it weren't for Kage Oburo, I would not have this run right now, and I would not have this route, and I would not have probably I would probably not beat as fast with the run itself. So this is Horde 1, and there are a bunch more to go. I'm not gonna tell you right now how many there are, but there are a bunch. And that's just one of them. There are gonna be a bunch more. Yeah, there's more walking involved, and oh, should dash a little bit more. But yeah, I should be using the bombs as well, because the bombs can be used to do the dashing stuff as well, but the bombs are, first of all, useful in fights, so I don't want to use them all the time, like the knives, because knives are actually kinda useless, but the bombs can be very useful sometimes. But also the bombs have a very long recharge time, probably like a minute or something. No longer. It's gonna be longer than a minute. And yeah, I think that's about it. Oh yeah, you have these quote-unquote special attacks that you can do with R1, or not R1. It's L1, L1 and R2, L1 and L2, not R2. If you press L1, you can use the cannon, the bowgun, and the bomb and the knife as highlighted as they are right now. And if you press L2, you can use your allies. And right now we only have Puck as our ally, so we can... Please give me this. Thank you very much. Getting a full heal, that's very nice. And once we have Puck, or should I say Puck can actually heal us, which is a really, really, really necessary ability to have in this game, because this game is just destroying you. Okay, yeah. Getting rid of these trees, because these trees just like to be annoying. They really, really, really love to be annoying. Okay, there's a safe circle. That up there is a safe circle. We could save there, but there's nothing too sketchy right now that deserves us needing to save. Okay, let's go here. Please get this. There we go. Oh, that's another HP heal. There we go. Very good. And we should be going into the Citadel. So there's a cutscene here right now, and I think in the cutscene, from what I remember, is that I think Casca and Guts are like sleeping and stuff, and then while they're asleep, Guts has a nightmare, I think, which is actually just an illusion that is happening. And you can see there's a quote-unquote blank character in the lower left sometimes, like someone who's talking, which is like quote-unquote censored out. This person, if it's the person that I think it is called Charles. Charles is a filler character in the Berserk in this game, and Charles is one of the most annoying boss fights in the entire run. But we will not see him for like at least another hour or 1.5 hours. And yeah, he's just super annoying. He has a lot of influence of the filler parts of the speedrun. So we're now going into the dance hall, and we are fighting and also finding 3 party members from the Band of the Hawk, which is Kotokas, Judo, and Pippin. I don't know exactly, since I cannot read Japanese very well yet, or what they're talking, but they're attacking Guts for some reason. Probably some nightmare stuff that happened to him because the eclipse. If you read Berserk, you absolutely know what's happening, so... But yeah. Goal is to just defeat them as fast as possible. The idea here is that after the game loads, for however long it wants to take, you just... Ouch. You try to L1 and then use gunshots, because gunshots just do way too much damage for their own good. It's the bomb. And now we use Berserk to get absolutely rid of everything. Now this is also really bad if we get countered, if we get counter-attacked during one of the during Berserk, our Berserk meter still goes down, which is really bad. Because that means we lose precious seconds of Berserk time to, well, counters, which is not very optimal. Okay, let's attack this guy a couple times because regular attacks actually deal a ton of damage. Do a reversal if he attacks us. Let's do the R1 attacks. Counter, perfect. And he should be gone. I think he should be gone, right? Yes, there we go. And that's the first fight of Judo Pippin and Kurkas. And I say first fight because there are a bunch of these. There are a bunch of these, and I'm not even kidding. There are a bunch of the same fights. I think it's just to save assets, maybe. I don't know. Guts just is reliving many nightmares. So if you want to feel like Guts and have like feel absolutely devastated having to kill your own friends over and over again, this game is absolutely one of those. Yeah, this feels very Guts story-like. Please don't lock me back. I would very appreciate this. Thank you very much. Okay, we now have to go through all these. Wow, okay. She just pushed me back, which is nice. Hell yeah, I'm all down for it. I'm all down for it. Okay, oh yeah, is there something we have to level up? I think we level up something, right? No, we don't. Never mind. I don't have enough EXP yet, because the first thing we're leveling up is the sword. So, the level up system that you have from the EXP, that can level up stuff from Guts' weaponry. Be it the sword speed, be it the endurance that Guts has, be it the length of how long Berserk is going to last, and so on and so forth. You can also upgrade your teammates, which I'm going to do throughout the run. You can upgrade Puck throughout the run, or should I say we are doing the upgrade on Puck throughout the run. This way we'll have a faster recharge time, and we'll also have a better healer in our party. Because yes, healing is very important, especially in this. Okay, this is the first chapter with Horde galore. Oh, and yeah, this is the first chapter with these guys. These guys are super annoying because they have crossbows, and whenever someone shoots a crossbow at you, you have like a little knockback, if that makes sense. And once the knockback happens, Guts is completely stopping everything. Like, if I get hit with one of those arrows, Guts is just completely stunned and he's not able to walk or something. Maybe you will see it in any second now. You will see it in the Horde fights in the upcoming ones. But once I get hit by one of these, it takes forever for Guts to like get back on his feet. And it just loses so much time, and it's so annoying. Oh wow, I'm dodging them really well right now. Yesterday was absolutely horrible with dodging them. But right now, I'm actually kind of surprised how well I'm dodging all of those. Yeah, walk left and go right. Hell yeah! Dodging it very nicely. Okay, next Horde fight is happening. So I talked about this game a little bit earlier with a couple other peeps, and I talked to them. This is like as Dark Souls as it can get before Dark Souls was a thing. So if you didn't have enough Dark Souls in your life yet, play this game. This is like the Dark Souls of the PS2 era. I think this is what From Software inspires to be, and I'm not even kidding. Like this is just so brutal in so many ways, and I'm playing on easy. Like this game has an expert mode. Like just to remind you guys, if you want something like Dark Souls, play this on expert, because you will absolutely have a hard time. Like I have been dying on this game on easy mode, and if you die on a game on easy mode, then you know the game is brutal. Okay, yeah, new Horde. I want to wait really quick with my Berserk. I actually want to use Scum first. Okay, that was not very good. Just a bomb. And, okay, we're almost full with Berserk timer. Oh no. Okay, yeah. I want to use Berserk only, like, close by to enemies, so Guts can go absolutely ham on these single-hit enemies, which could then save us some time. Okay, please don't do that. That's very inappropriate of you, attacking me like that. And as you can see, these crossbow guys are still here, and they are still attacking us. And they can really just mess with you. Okay, and as you can see, I have these combo attacks, and there's these enemies with like red pants or whatever. And these red pants guys, they don't die in one hit. So what I'm doing here is just instead of dying them, instead of trying to kill them with multiple slashes and losing time to that, I'm trying to see if I can get one of the Berserk symbols, Brand of Sacrifices. Please get over here, thank you. And then using the Brand of Sacrifice combo attack with a triangle to then one-shot them. This happens a bunch later on in the game where we have a lot of high HP enemies. And so what we do there is just we make sure that we can get a Brand of Sacrifice, like right there. Look if there's an enemy around that has high HP and then kill them. Okay, we just missed him. As you can see, this guy takes several hits to kill, like 5 hits. And has a lot of HP and takes also a lot of time to get rid of. So we just want to use the Brand of Sacrifice to get rid of them. And this should be Horde 2, I think. Yes, it is. Okay, I don't know what they're saying, but they're probably talking about what we have to do right now. And they, these undead enemies, or just enemies in general, these monsters have several bases throughout the map here. In the game, it's called Event Point. They have several event points throughout the map. And within those event points, we have more horde fights. And the thing is, we can't go into the next area, or should I say, we can't continue the story without defeating all the hordes. Also have to like pay attention to where I have to go, because I can easily get confused where I have to go. Because this game really has a bunch of like pathways that can go. So I hope I'm just not going the wrong way. And yeah, there's a bunch of horde fights, and before we can continue to the next checkpoint, story checkpoint, we have to kill all these hordes. And the hordes are basically rinse and repeat with you use gun, you get rid of the normal enemies. If you get Brand of Sacrifice, kill with the Brand of Sacrifice the big enemies, use Berserk from time to time, and so on and so forth. That's the basic of the horde fights. And they're just attacking you non-stop, and there's so many of them. It very feels like the Dark Souls before Dark Souls. Oh no. As you can see, these guys even cheat. They walk through walls. They even use wall hacks. Like the enemies even use wall hacks to attack you. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then this guy's lying down, and once he's lying down, you cannot attack him. But if you pay attention, some of the enemies actually they run out of solid wall. They come running out of solid walls. I mean, they do come up from like the ground, which makes sense because they're like undead and stuff. But like running from the walls, it's just that's kind of weird. That could be kind of weird. I should be using the gun or the arm cannon. It's not a gun; it's an arm cannon. That was wasted. Okay, we can use Berserk now because there are a bunch of enemies around. I kind of want to get rid of them. They're all kind of annoying, in my opinion. Let's get rid of them. And God's going ham. Oh, nice. We got a Brand of Sacrifice while one of the high HP enemies was nearby. That's very good. Okay, let's get rid of the the crossbow guys as well, because the crossbow guys are the ones that want to stun you. Another high level or high HP guy. Don't like that guy. So let me see if I can get Berserk. Ground of Sacrifice sign, there we go. And that's it for this guy. And he's gone. Please go away. All the crossbow guys are the worst. You do not want to have to deal with any of the crossbow guys because they just love to like stand away from very far and just like destroy you. I think that's it. Yes, that's it. That's it with this one. Okay, next one. I don't remember where to go. That's why we have notes. Because the notes are telling me where to go. I don't have to think if the notes are thinking for me. Okay, yeah, we're now continuing through this area again, trying not to die by these, like, insane amount of enemies that are chasing me. I'm going down here and take the western path to the next horde. And let's see if we can find another HP or EXP doll on our way. I don't think I need an HP doll right now, but an EXP doll would be nice. Man, my throat a little bit thirsty. Yeah, I want to tell everyone. Oh yeah, I'm going the wrong way. That's bad. Yeah, that's happening if you don't look at the notes. I would highly suggest everyone to stay hydrated, especially during the summertime, because it is hot as oh my god right now. So, oh yeah, there's one. EXP doll as a prop size. Let's go. And we're now going down here, and there should be a horde relatively soon. If we just can avoid these guys. Let me look at the map really quick. Oh yeah, there we go. I told myself I should look at the map, but I didn't look at the notes. I really should look more at the notes. But why use notes if you can do it without, you know? And the next one should start right now. Perfect. It should be enough time for me to get a sip. Okay. Ah, perfect. Okay, so in this horde fight, enemies can spawn from everywhere. Like, they can come from above, they can come from underground, they can come from the wall. Like, they have literally no limits. They can just spawn everywhere where they like. So yeah, this one is one where we can get a huge damage, like you can get damage dealt a lot. Game wants us to take a lot of damage. Oh yeah, and this horde is I think the first horde that introduces, I think those are dogs or something. I mean, it looks like dogs. And ouch, as you can see, those are the crossbow guys that I talked about. Yeah, the dogs here. Dogs here also take a bunch of hits to defeat, so if there's no red pants guy around, we use the wrong one. We use the brand of sacrifices having the dogs themselves. Okay, let's see. Let's use the arm cannon. We couldn't get rid of the high HP ones, sadly. Okay, let's use. We couldn't get rid of that one. As you can see, even though it's a lot of hacking and slashing, and it's a lot of like horde fighting, it still has a lot of strategy to it. As in like just trying not to die is a good strategy. Okay, there's a high level one. We can get rid of that one. And now we can go back to Berserk again because we have quite the Berserk build up right here. Okay, let's go, please. Ouch. Okay. And we should be soon done with that one, right? We should soon be done with this horde, I think. Or am I misremembering? In any case. But yeah, this happens a bunch of times. Okay, no new ones are spawning. If I could hit them. Thank you, please. Oh yeah, the targeting system is absolutely botched. Like, the targeting system doesn't really work against singular enemies, like in horde fights. They only really work against bosses. So, yeah, that's that. EBK, you played this game as a kid? Oh boy. I would not let my kids play this game. I mean, Berserk is culture, but I mean it's also nightmares, so I don't know if I would show my kids this game. So yeah, going from point A to point B again, and I think this time we're actually going back to where we came from. I think. My map memory for this game is really bad. Just FYI. Oh yeah, we're back here. We have to take the lower path here on the east. And this will lead us to our next destination. We have to do the thing again with the dashing. I should not forget to dash from time to time and use the bombs as well, because using bombs to, like, the dashing and bombs and the dashing and the knives are really important to, like, just gain speed. And I'm just doing it way too rarely. But using the arm cannon is, for dashing, is not really fast, so I wouldn't do that. Also, it takes 2 minutes to recharge an arm cannon. I hope I'm going the right way. Yes, I'm going the right way. And that's why it's not really useful using the arm cannon as like a dash and then a thingy to get back to it. The bowgun itself is not really good because it is not really faster than how do I say? When you like dash and just wait for Guts' exhausted animation to finish. Okay, now we have to go to the top here. Do the next one. Oh yeah, right. I dashed a little bit too early. Okay, nice. And we're on to the next horde. And this one has a lot of tents, and the undead ones can spawn from the tents as well. And we now have also ghosts. These ghosts are extremely annoying to hit because their hitbox is like so small, and it makes them one of the most annoying enemies to fight just because, well, it's basically impossible to hit them. Okay, there's a bunch of enemies, let's do cannon to get rid of all of them. There's the crossbow guy, let's get rid of that one. And yeah, just hacking and slashing my way through the game. Oh, accidentally used Berserk. It is what it is. I didn't want to use it right now, because that means you don't have the full 8 seconds of Berserk time. You only have like 2 seconds, which is not a lot, but at least you can get rid of some enemies. Okay, you know what I'm going to upgrade, like, as soon as I'm done with this chapter? I'm going to upgrade sword speed, because oh my lord, my sword speed is slow. It really is slow. So, this is a big problem in this game. You're just extremely slow and your enemies are extremely fast. This is probably my main problem with the game. You're just, like, compared to everything else, you're just so slow. You're just very slow. And your enemies are incredibly quick. So, yeah. Also, the blocking mechanic or the counter mechanic is also not as well, how do I say, not as well made as the ones that we have right now in current gen games. Because if you counter, or if you try to counter, the game doesn't let you counter unless you already finished your previous animation. In games today, you have animation cancel. Like if you're in a sword swing or something and you want to do a counter thingy, you cancel your animation. In this game though, this does not happen. If you're in an animation, you're trying to counter, the animation does not cancel. You're still in your swinging animation, you're just getting hit. So you have no animation cancel safety net that is going to save you in this game. So, no easy game. It's just brutal and brutal and brutal. Which this is basically this game in a nutshell. It's just extremely brutal. Not only gory, but it just tries to... Okay, this was very not useful. Killing the last one with the entire Berserk. That was not very useful. Oh, it was a gold. How? How was that a gold? Okay, I might have to explain. I have splits running on the side, just to see like where I have to go. Just for like a safety net in case, I might have forgotten where I have to go next. I have the splits running in the back, so I know, okay, this is the next point where I have to go. This is kind of like a safety net, you know, okay, I need to go there next. But yeah, gold. I guess that's good. The thing is though, the game can turn around on me 100% if it wants to, and it just absolutely destroy me if it wants to, and give me the worst RNG on every single boss and every single other enemy possible. Okay, so next up is a lot of walking once more to the next tent area with the next horde. And that's the second last one for this chapter. And then after we killed the last one, we get teleported back to the tent area with all the I don't know what the tent area is. I don't know if there are civilians there or something. I don't even remember if that was in the manga. I think this is filler as well. Alright, we have to go up here. I think this was filler again. Ugh. And yeah, that's why we have to get rid of all of them. Okay. They're not spawning. Or should I say, they take forever to spawn. Why is that? That is not very superb. We want them to spawn as fast as possible. And that's also a little bit difficult in this game. Try to make the enemies spawn as fast as possible. And sometimes it's just not happening, and I don't know why. Also, you want to go to the center as much as possible so the enemies outside of the red barrier will go into the red barrier. Because the red barrier is only has collision on one side, or at least for the enemies. Because an enemy can go into the red ring or the barrier, but they can't go out. Or should I say, I can't go out of the barrier, but the enemies can go in. Just one thing. Okay, let's get rid of the big guy right here. As you can see, there's these brain-looking jellyfish. They also don't die in one hit, so using a bomb on them is also really useful. So you either random sacrifice or sacrifice attack, or we use a bomb. Oh yeah, and he does a single hit, which makes them a really quick kill with just one attack. Let's kill those guys. Sacrifice. Wait, that was the wrong guy. But it's a crossbow guy though. It's a crossbow guy. One crossbow guy less is always good. We hate crossbow guys here. Okay, get rid of this guy, 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 and go absolutely ham over here and kill everything in our path. And as you can see, we make combos. I don't think the combos themselves give you EXP. I could be wrong, but it's just the enemies that you kill that give you EXP. I don't know if the combo has anything to do with it. Hello. And that should be it. Okay. And we're on to the next one. What am I doing? I'm not supposed to go this way. I am supposed to go all the way back again, or well, not all the way, but we're supposed to... Oops. We're supposed to go past this split section, or this crossroad, and take the next path that is splitting right here to go to the next horde fight. I'm sorry that I'm yawning, but I woke up at 4:50 today just to make sure that I'm not too late for the run. So yeah, I'm sorry for maybe looking tired or being tired. So I hope you can excuse me for that. Yeah, I've been already up for 5 hours at this point. No, 4 hours. Okay, and we're approaching the last one for this chapter. And after that, we have a boss fight. The boss fight, though, I might actually want to explain about that one right now, because during the boss fight, I'm not going to talk. Because the boss fight can be very, 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 very annoying if it goes south. And if it goes south, I have absolutely zero control, and I have no idea how I would remedy the mistake. So the problem is, in the next boss fight that I'm going to do, which is the undead boss fight, it's called the undead boss fight, and in the undead boss fight, what happens is you have basically a big version of these enemies that looks like a zombie fighting you, but instead of swords or crossbows, this guy uses a pole. That is not really that interesting to know. But the thing is about the undead fight is that he himself can flee the battlefield, and he will hide behind cannons, and you can't really hit him there unless you have like a cannon or like an arm cannon or something. And as you know, my arm cannon only grows back every 2 minutes, like recharges after 2 minutes. So if he goes behind the barricade, I hope he doesn't, but if he does, I have to pray that I'm not dying against all the random enemies fighting me, because he tries to absolutely demolish me with random enemies throwing at me. You can use Berserk here. And yeah, which is now the reason why he runs behind like the cannons and stuff, which can attack me and deal a lot of damage to me, is the reason why he does that is there is a counter attack, a very specific one, a very specific counter attack that you can do to the undead boss fight, and if you do that very specific counter attack, you cut off his arms. And please kill the ghost. Please kill the ghost. Thank you. Here we go. Okay, that's the last one. And once he goes behind the barricade, you cannot hit him. And once he loses his arms, he basically just gets back there. And as you can see, I'm getting teleported right towards the place. And now we can go to this place. It opens up. It wouldn't have opened up if it weren't for killing all the hordes. So to explain how Puck works, Puck is basically just an ally, and ally have different abilities, what they can do. And Puck's ability is basically just healing you. And as you can see, this is the undead with his big pole. So yeah, I want to concentrate here a little bit, so I'm not gonna commentate this fight as much. But the basic strat is R1 square. I did a reversal, that was very close. I do not want to counter him. Countering does a lot of damage to him, but it can also be really bad. Nice. Okay, let's do that. Come on. Okay, I cannot counter him. But I can do that. I hope. Yes, I can. The problem with this attack, though, is I don't know where he is, and I lose him out of my sight, which can be really detrimental. Okay, Berserk is boss fight, and then should be good. Okay, we lose HP rapidly, which is not very good. Okay. Okay, now we have to hit him one last time. Yes, okay, we got him. Whew. This is why it's so scary, because once he loses his arms, he can move behind the cannons so fast, and it's so scary if it happens. I think now is sword speed time. Yes, it is. Let's go. Oh wait, yeah, right. We have to do some more dashing though. I don't know why, but at the end of this chapter, we actually have to do some small dashing stuff, and I don't know why. 1, 3. There we go. And raise the level. Raise the level. We go to Guts. Where's Guts? Guts. And 45k. If you can read Japanese, it says Durago, and that's the Dragon Slayer that is meant there. And leveling up the Dragon Slayer makes the sword speed faster. And I mean, sword speed, speedrun, it kind of makes sense to get that upgrade, you know? So yeah, chapter 3, 50 minutes in. So chapter 3, 4, and 5 are the main, are the chapters we spent most amount of time in this run. So we're now in the forest, before we find Shiruke. And yeah, we're getting attacked like from the get-go by goblins and have these big trees which are just trying to kill us left and right. Yeah, this is not very optimal. Dash. There we go. Now the thing is, you want to be in constant motion here because everything just wants to kill you. Like, everything in this game wants to kill you. And I'm not even kidding. Everything in this game wants to kill you. We have a little bit of talking with our allies. But they don't have any abilities yet to help us. So that's why we can only use Puck right now. Later in the run, we will get Shiruke, Ishidro, and Seripiko as allies that we use for help throughout the run. Ouch, that was bad. And Seripiko is going to be very useful in a certain fight that I really hate, and I will talk about that fight once we get there. Yeah, that should be the first horde of this chapter that we're going to fight right now. Okay, this should be the first one. Yes. Okay. Get rid of all those guys. We didn't get a round of sacrifice yet, so we can't get rid of the big one. It's a bit annoying. Yeah, let's use that, and he's gone. Bam. One after the other. Should we use Berserk? No, there's basically no enemy right here, so not using any Berserk right now. There's no enemies. Where are the enemies? Why are they not spawning? This is weird. Area too large? Question mark. Please go back here and then. Okay, only killed one of the big ones. Okay, second big one, we killed the bomb. And then. Okay, let's just go Berserk, honestly. Let's just go Berserk. Let's just go absolutely ham on everyone. I wonder if I should use Puck right now, because I do not have a lot of HP left. But I could... I think I can wait, though. I think I can wait. can save the couple of seconds not using Puck by just getting one of the HP dolls later on. There's an HP doll later on that we can find, but yeah. So I think I'm gonna skip on Puck. I know Puck is gonna take only a couple of seconds, but it's a couple of seconds. We want to save that couple of seconds, don't we? Okay, and is that everyone? What? Okay, that took forever. That took forever. Okay, next. In this chapter, or before we actually reach the place with Shirike, we actually have to find a couple of people who are lost in the forest here. Like this person right there. This person was lost. Or, wait, no, it's a kid, never mind. I think the kids were lost in the forest and we're just here to rescue them. And that's what we have to do before we can go to the forest. Talk to the kids and like, dude, you cannot be here, there are monsters that kill you. From my understanding. And I don't remember if that's in the manga. Yeah, so, keep in mind, I haven't read the manga in over a year. It's been a long time since I've read the manga, so please be, I hope you understand. Let's dash a couple of times, get through this a little bit quicker. There's a random tree popping up right there. Luckily he didn't hit us. Because these trees, man, they're not good. They're not good for your health in-game, and I mean that in a literal sense. They're really not good for your health in-game. They just knock you back way too far. Okay. And the problem is with these trees is that you can't really see them unless you're like right in front of them. You actually just have to know where they are. Because otherwise you just like charge into them and they pop off and they just send you back flying. And they just deal way too much damage for their own. Yeah, it's kind of a lot of walking again. And here it is to the left, if I remember correctly. Because I sometimes miss this guy, and I'm short on EXP. I'm getting him now, so I'm not missing it. Not going to miss him the next time I'm getting through here. It would be faster to get that on the way back, but since I've missed it before and spent like half a minute trying to find him, I had the idea to not do that. Okay, and these trees are annoying, so let's just use the arm cannon to get rid of all of them. And there's the next one. This one just blocks off my path, so we do one sword swing and the arm is gone. But sometimes they also initiate an attack and then just flying backwards again. Like that. As you can see, this is one of the reasons why this game is relatively brutal. Okay. And now one of my least favorite things in this entire game is going on. We're walking backwards. And with backwards, I mean towards the screen. You have no idea where you're walking. You have no idea what enemies are awaiting you. You're just walking towards the screen and trying not to die. Please, get away. There we go. Like, I'm basically walking towards myself right now. And I can't see where I'm running. I can't see what enemies are ahead. If there's an enemy ahead of me attacking me, I can't see it. Oh, and FYI, this game does not have a camera. Like, all the camera is automated in the game. So I don't have a camera at all. The right stick is just dead. So it doesn't do anything. So, yeah, if there are any awkward camera angles to look at, because it's like hard to like make things out, that's not me, that's the game. It feels, it's a very PS2 game. It's a very PS2 game, if that makes sense. Ouch. Did you see that? I got jumped from behind and I flew back that far from getting jumped from behind. It's kind of weird. Nice counter. Okay, and there we go to the next place. Now let me please go through. I would absolutely enjoy that. Hello. Thank you very much for letting me through. Hey Chip. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Berserk run. Oh yeah, if anyone is interested in learning this speedrun, hit me up on either whisper me on Twitch or join the Discord. I think the best way to learn about this is probably join the Discord and just ping me on the Discord and say, hey, I want to learn this, help me. Like, if you're interested in this, please let me know. Where do I have to go? I think I have to go down here first. Yes, I have to go down there. Wait. Whoa. I think this is where to go. I think this is where I have to go. I don't know. I might be going the wrong way right now. I hope I'm not. Wait, no, I'm not going the wrong way. Never mind. See, this game and its pathing is really messing with my brain right now. Oh, and you might see, like, hey, you should really heal right now. You don't have a lot of HP remaining. Now, I could say, yeah, I'm wasting a couple seconds getting pucked on, but there is this guy right here. And shoutouts to that timing. I did not remember that that guy was like literally right there. Like, I knew that he was somewhere here, but I didn't remember that he was right there. So shoutouts to that timing. That timing was amazing. And we're basically back full on HP. And we're walking towards the screen once again, and we're getting killed once again. And we should be in our next destination, or should I say mini destination, very soon. Okay, that one worked in our favor. Our next mini destination is this kid right here. Okay. XP doll, go to the kid, have a little cutscene, and we're good. And now we're going back all the way we came from. All the way since the path split. The one place where I said, oh, I think I might be going the wrong way, but I was actually correct. Now I actually have to go the other way. And yeah, we have to go all the way back again. I'm just trying to survive, like always, in this big forest with way too many deadly creatures trying to get our throats. And yeah. Also, yeah, this game feels incredibly heavy. So if you wonder how this game feels to play, it exactly feels like as if you would hold a Dragon Slayer in your hand. Really heavy. Really heavy. Like, if you want to feel how it feels like playing a game where the game tries to emulate the heaviness of the Dragon Slayer, this game is it. This game emulates the feeling of the Dragon Slayer really well because, man, this weapon is amazingly heavy. Because Guts is relatively slow, and you can really notice that. You can really notice that. Okay, up to the north. The next horde fight. Don't jump me, please. How long have you been speedrunning this? Good question. I did a run... My first run of this was 2 years ago, I think. In 2020. I did it for the 12-hour challenge. I watched Kage Oboro's run. Kage Oboro, the runner from Nico Nico, I watched his run. Took notes and was like, okay, I'm gonna try to do this in less than 12 hours. And I did. And that's how I did my 12-hour stream, my 12-hour challenge from 2020. And that's how I learned the Berserk run. And ever since then, I've done a couple runs, not many. I don't run this game too often. As you might see, I don't have like perfectly thought out strats. I have strats, but not like, okay, I'm doing exactly that and then exactly that and exactly that after that. Save time. I don't have it as planned out as you could imagine. Okay, this is the next. I didn't want to use the Boga. It is what it is. There's a lot of enemies, so it's not really worth it going for the Berserk here. Not a lot of enemies. Whatever, I just need to use it. Not a lot of enemies around, which kind of sucks. Okay. Well, we should get some more enemies relatively soon. Now, the reason why I already used Berserk is that I can build more Berserk while fighting these guys. Kind of my hope that I can get it done here. Nice, good reversal. Another enemy with big HP. Okay, yeah, get the big one. Slashing all these enemies right here. Trying to get rid of them. The thing is about this Berserk game, it never released in the West, so it's only in Japanese. That's why... And I'm honest here, I don't know a lot about it. I don't know a bunch about this game. I really don't know a lot. Because this game is only in Japanese. I was never really able to read what was going on in the game, so let's use Berserk here, because these guys are getting a little bit on my nerves. I'm trying to talk to you guys here, and the game is just throwing big enemies on me, and I don't like that. I want to get rid of them, so I'm using Berserk. Okay, the big guy. And yeah, let's go. Got the quick kill. Hell yeah. Use the bomb on that guy. Nice, perfect. Another big guy done with a accessory that we had available to us. Okay, as you can see, Guts is relatively slow with his weapon. And... okay, we have another quick attack here. That. Please, 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 please. Okay. Always saved some time, that's very good. Yeah, I really haven't had any chances to show off this game because, well, it's a Japanese exclusive game. It's only Berserk. It's Berserk that, in a regular speedrunning marathon, probably is not as interesting. But if it's a anime speedrun marathon specifically, which way do I have to go? Do I have to go left or right? I'm sorry for this, but I actually have to check which way I have to go. Northeast. Okay, the west. It is the west then. Sorry for that pause. Actually didn't know where to go for a second. Oh yeah, another one of these. I think that's HP, right? HP. Perfect. I don't know if there are a lot of Japanese runners. I have never ever seen anyone run this besides Kagi Oburu. So I do think I'm the only person in the world running this right now. So yeah, if anyone is interested in running this, feel free. I'm encouraging everyone to run this, to have a Berserk run under their belt. I have a bunch of runs up on YouTube, so if you want some inspiration to see how you can run this game and you don't catch a run of mine live, I would highly suggest watching one of my PB runs that I've done a while ago, or just check out my PB on speedrun.com, which is probably the best place to look for exactly that. Okay, and we're here. And now we're walking all the way back because we've found all lost people in the forest. And we're now going back where we came from and go to the northeast. Because that's the next place where we have to go. Uh-oh. These trees, I swear, I really do not like them. And again, we're running towards the screen. Running towards the screen. Problem is I can't even like take a sip or something right now because there's no loading. Just long walking. Okay, and we're on our way to get to the next big area. And I think we're almost... Wait, no, we're not halfway through. I was about to say we're halfway through, but nah, we're not halfway through. That was just wishful thinking. We still have a long way to go. If anyone is interested in glitch hunting the game, because I do feel that this game might have some glitches in it that could make it faster. If you feel like glitch hunting this game, feel free. Since I'm the only person running it as of right now, there has been no one else but me even interested in doing anything for this, so... If you want to find some time saves, or if you have found some glitches or time saves, hit me up because I haven't found anything yet. Like, if you find anything that could be worth a time save, hit me up. I could really use some time saves because this game doesn't really have any time saves. Or any glitches at all. This game is entirely glitchless. Okay, this is the golem horde. Most, if not all, golems here die in one hit. And yeah, that's about it. Golems are literally just one hit and try to get rid of them. I don't know how many you have to kill here. But the golems, I think they don't do any damage, if I remember correctly. The golems here are... don't remember how many you have to defeat to continue. Like, I thought it was like 100 of them to continue. Okay, we're about at 30, so we're like a third through the fight already. 40 and ooh, 42. Skip the 41. Wow. Okay, 41, 42, 43, 44. We're up 45, I think now. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Where are they? 5, 56, 57, 8, 9, 20, 60, 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's 81, 82, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be 90 or 100, either or. Wait. 101 or 91? Hello. 1, 2, 3, 94, 5, 6, 7, 98, 28. That's 3, that's like 99, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 6, 7, 108, 110, 111, 12, 13, 14. Dude, it's not stopping. Why is it not stopping? It's not stopping, dude. It's not stopping. It's like 120 now, or more. 125? I think we're like 125 now. 130, I think. Dude, it's not stopping. What is happening right now? What is happening? I just lost 3 minutes on this fight? How? What happened? Okay, whatever. Man, 3 minutes? Ew. I did not think I would get such bad RNG. As you can see, hordes are very RNG heavy because they can be faster or slower. Or in this case, extremely slow. So yeah, it is not fun. How many do you have to take out? Golems or hordes? Okay, to spill the beans, there are a staggering amount of 28 hordes in the run. So we have to do this 28 times. And the golems that we just killed there were horde 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here counting doesn't really matter, but the combo attack here matters. You can do 2 combo attacks in a row, which deals massive damage. So we do this, go back in front of him, do that again. Then we hit him once more. We get the attack again, and we do that until he's dead, which makes the fight extremely quick. This is like the only strat I have for this fight, but it makes the fight incredibly quick. It even glitches out the HP bar a little bit. And we golded that. And that's that. What do my notes say? It's been a while since I've looked at my notes. Yeah, right. Yeah. I think I'm right. Yeah, that should be it. Yeah, right. Guts and his friends are now leaving the forest. I don't remember what the reason was that they left the forest in the manga. I think I think Tom still knows since he read Berserk recently. And as you can see, on my L2 button, I have now Seripiko, Ishidoro, and Shiruke. I don't remember what Shiruke does. All I remember, it was not very useful. But Seripiko and Ishidoro will be very useful later on. Okay, let's do some gunning, some arm cannoning. Here if the game just doesn't let me. Walking again towards the screen, which is my absolute favorite activity, sarcasm activated. Because you can absolutely see nothing where to go. And you get blocked off like that by your enemy. And right here, I think we have to go back to the west, right? Oh wait, no. Oh no. I know now why I lost time. Never mind. I was supposed to go. Okay. Never mind. I'm just weird. I'm just remembering stuff incorrectly. Okay, I think I know what the problem was. I was supposed to go here, the place where I went earlier, later, and that's why I lost time, and I think that's the reason why. But the horde was still longer. The horde was still longer than usual. But I came here early, which was the big problem. I was not supposed to get here. Yeah, get rid of the trees, please. I really don't like the trees. So yeah, it was not the game glitching out. It was just me being forgetful. It was just me being forgetful. Yeah, I was supposed to go here after fighting the golem. Nonetheless, the fight was still longer than it takes usually. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, I don't remember why. Okay, here we can raise the level, and someone asked earlier about Puck. You can level up your teammates as well, and we're leveling up Puck here. So we can continue. Okay, we don't have a lot of EXP, or we didn't have a lot of EXP, should I say, for leveling our stuff up. Now, the reason why we level up Puck is for better healing and a faster Puck recharge time. Now, the reason why I mentioned this is because Puck is basically our Lord and Savior for this run. If it weren't for him, we might have died 100 times before. Okay, so to continue the story and to unlock the next couple of hordes, we actually have to talk to a couple of NPCs here. And we first off have to talk to Shiruke. And then we walk south and talk to the priest, whose name I do not recall at all. I do not recall this name at all. Like this guy. This weird looking dude. I don't remember his name at all. Okay, and we're now going even farther south to Seripiko. And let's see. I have a long load time. In the meantime, I can stay hydrated. Oh. Cutscene skip. And then we talk to Ishidoro. Those are just the story points that we have to respect to continue the run. There are sadly no real shortcuts here. Okay. Then we go back to the bridge here to Ishidoro and talk to him. And once we talk to him, there's a bunch of monsters attacking us in the town center. I think the reason why it's set up like this is to like make sure that when the monsters invade the city, that we can use spells and stuff to get rid of all of them. And as of right now, oops, no, we don't go up here. We don't go there. What is happening is we pair the spell, which is in the manga, to like get rid of all the monsters. As I said, it's been a while since I've read this part of the manga, so yeah, I don't remember most of it. But it has to do because the the entire village has been not corrupted. It's been, what do you call this? And like monsters are raiding your village. It's like a reverse raiding. Instead of people raiding a village, it's monster raiding a village. Just killing everything and eating humans and stuff. And until Shiruke is ready, because we don't have her in our party right now, we have to kill another horde. Our favorite way to pass time, right? And I don't know if it's this horde, but sometime we should find a new type of enemy, a new type of goblin monster. I don't know if you can call this a goblin, but it's a goblin with armor and with 2 swords. And that's one of the another high HP enemy that we have. And yeah, it would be pretty beneficial. Oh yeah, this guy, this is what I mean. This guy, the purple-ish looking armor. This guy has high HP as well. So once we have a kind of sacrifice, and we could potentially do a combo attack. We want to use that on them because they have way too much HP and they're super annoying. Okay, the monsters are not very nice to me right now. They're not spawning like at all. Where are the enemies? There we go. As you can see, this guy can attack quite a bunch, and it's just quite the damage dealer and quite the time loser, if that makes sense. Please die. He didn't die. Screw you! Well, now he did. Okay. There's another one of these. Okay, please. Yes, there we go. And instant kill. Got him. Hit the monsters, please, Gus. Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. It's slashing back and forth, just to get rid of all of them. Wonderful. And kill this guy, please. No, that's the wrong one. Marvelous. Please give me more kills. 50 didn't say anything. What? I'm not getting complimented for killing 60 enemies or 50 enemies. Like, come on. Ah, kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Ah. Okay. Quick kill this guy. On to the next part. And... ouch! You see that? He also likes to knock back myself, that's why... he's quite a bit annoying. Is that all? Yes, it is. Okay, next fight we have to do is we have to go to the bridge where Ishidoro stood. Oh my god! Woo, that's a lot of enemies. We don't want to fight them. Just get rid of those enemies as fast as possible and trying to get away from them. Next horde is on a bridge. Don't think I have to talk a lot about that because I think it's self-explanatory. It's a bridge on a horde. A horde on a bridge. Yeah, a bridge on a horde, yeah. Very much so. And a bridge on a horde. It's a bridge on a horde. Okay, and let's go ham. Let's go Berserk. And let's do a cannon attack. Bam, there we go. Easy game. And let's do the bomb. Get rid of them. Especially some high HP ones. It's very nice to get rid of. Okay, do we have high HP ones? Yes, perfect. Yeah, this guy is casually just going through the bridge. Let's go. Okay, okay, let's go Berserk. And absolutely clean house here. Perfect. I think this should save quite some time. IPB, I think, didn't do that, so... Or at least it didn't do that so cleanly. Oh, we might save some time here for that. Please, please. Yes, we got him. A quick kill. And we should be able to... we should be done with the bridge work relatively soon, I feel. Let's go ham again with Berserk. Because it really is useful to use that here as much as possible. Just to get rid of everything that is around. And just clean house. Because that is our #1 priority here. Where are enemies? Where are the enemies? Where are the enemies? Hello? Hello? Okay. Okay. It just made me wait for 30 seconds? Okay. That's odd. I've never seen that before. It wouldn't be a marathon run if it wouldn't at least say that sentence once. Never seen that before. Would not be a marathon run. Would not be a marathon run without it. Okay, we have to kill this, destroy this tower here. Which is responsible for, taking away the space that we need to get through to the next hordes. As you can see, it's nice animation of a tower falling over. With small loading screen again. Enemies just went home early. Yeah, it could happen. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a problem here because the camera changes exactly 180 as well as the controls. So you're going to mess up your movement quite a bit because if you want to dash over that staircase and you hold the same direction as before, God just, as soon as the camera changes, you go into the zone, camera changes and you still hold the same direction and he immediately rushes back. So quite a bit of time loss. Okay, next up is walking upstream. And upstream we have two dolls. One HP EXP doll, which is this one right here. Nice rock formation, couldn't get through. Bam, full Berserk. And there's one more on the right side with EXP. Gotta go up here. Bam. Shoot the kunai to get the animation. I should use the bomb more often. I rarely use the bomb for dashing. It's kind of bad. And another rock! Another rock! Oh my god. And there is the next doll we have to get. And we're almost done with walking. Yes. Up this very stony road, which reminds me of SM. Like this slope right here reminds me a lot of SM64 for some reason. I don't know why that's there, but it reminds me a lot of SM64. And we have to go to the yellow dot over there. And let's see. Here we go. And the next horde occurs. Okay, the enemies are just. I don't know what the enemies are doing today, but they're just not feeling it today. They don't want to die. They really just don't want to die today. Where are the enemies? Can't find the enemies. Oh my god. There he is. The big one. Nice. Oh, please hit the enemy. Please. Thank you. Ah! There we go. Got the reversal at least. Hey, reversal was instant kill? Was that an instant kill thanks to reversal or not? I don't know. Might be something I have to investigate in. Okay. Oh. No. Okay, no, reversal was not instant kill. Never mind that. I thought I had something that could save time, but okay, we are very good on HP, which I'm very happy about. I'm knocking wood. I guess this can change at any time the game wants me to. Like, if the game wants me to absolutely have pain. Come in here. There we go. Okay. Next up. Probably one of the worst hordes in the entire run, this one. Now, the reason why I hate this upcoming horde as much as I do is because enemies are basically invisible. They're playing Pokemon. Because all your enemies are in tall grass and you can't see them. However, in the tall grass, it's the fastest to kill them. You don't want to be in the lower grass where you can actually see your enemies, because then they will camp you outside the circle. But inside the tall grass, you can barely make them out. They're like incredibly difficult to make out, and they're like all around you all the time. And also, this is the first phase with a new type of enemy. This time with a big one with armor. The big one with armor can also be instant killed with the Berserk symbol. Okay. Let's go Berserk for a bit, because I want to clean some house right here. Because the grass horde is a really, really, really annoying one. I also think like that the grass horde might have actually the most amount of enemies in this, like in a horde in this chapter. I also have to concentrate quite a bit so I can like actually notice where they are, because it's extremely hard to work out for me. See how much damage I'm taking? Because I can't see them. And there's so many of them. I can't really like defend myself. Ouch! Concentrate on this one really quick. Because this one can be very bad if they just want to absolutely destroy me. Where are they? There are a bunch more that really want to get down my, really want to get on my throat and absolutely destroy me. Okay, got the big one though. H. Okay, there's that one. You see how far back I'm getting? You see how knockbacky these enemies are? I'm getting chopped once and I'm flying. I'm sent flying. I'm absolutely sent flying. It's not good. Yeah, and that was the Grass Horde, one of my least favorite ones in the entire run because of how annoying they are to fight there. You can barely see them. You basically have to play blind there, and you just have to see if you hit something or not. Go. And the next horde occurs. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask because we have a lot of time. And I'm just trying to concentrate here on some of the hordes here. So if you guys have any questions regarding the run or the game, don't hesitate to ask. We have a bunch of time. We have a bunch of time left with this game, so if you're eager to know something about this game, you can ask. There we go. Oh. Yes, there we go. Where does this fall in the timeline? This plays in the... after the Millennium Falcon arc. It's set around volume 20. Around volume 20 until Berserker armor. Spoiler alert. Yeah, it takes place around that time where, like volume 20, which is where it starts, and it ends around the Berserker armor. Without spoiling too much. There's so many enemies in this horde, holy moly. There's a lot of them here. Let's go ham again, because we can. Okay. And should be good, right? This horde is not ending. Why is this horde not ending? This horde is not ending. You watched the new anime? The 2016 one? 2017 one? What's your favorite piece of Berserk media? That's a good question. I have never seen the original anime, so yeah. Please understand. I haven't had the chance to watch the original anime yet. I've read the entire manga in like, man, I've read like over 300 chapters in like 3 weeks. I read most of it in like 3 weeks. Like, I remember distinctly, it was like, yeah, I want to read Berserk, but because Berserk was such a juggernaut at the time, of like 300 chapters, I was like, oh my god, that's a chunky boy, that's a big one. I want to read that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go on a trip with my parents. That was like a couple, like 5 years ago. I think it was 5 years ago. Might be more. Yeah, might be 5 years ago. I was on a trip with my parents, and I had to like sit in the car for several hours. Like we were in the car for several hours, and I was like, okay, since I'm not able to do anything in the car anyway, let's just read Berserk while in the car. So I did, and we were on vacation for like a week or two. And I literally have to tell myself I need to slow down, because if I'm reading any faster than I already am, or if I'm reading any more than I already am, then I'm gonna be done in like less than a week. And I don't have all the chapters which are out right now with me, so I would not have all of Berserk with me. So I was so engulfed into the story and like everything that Berserk has to offer. I literally had to force myself to not continue reading anymore, because I otherwise would have that void of I don't have any more Berserk chapters to read. Which us Berserk fans right now really feel that. With this, I want to say, rest in peace, one of the greatest mangaka on Earth, on the entire Earth. Rest in peace, Kentaro Miura. Okay, so we're chipping away. Ouch! We're chipping away on these hordes, and just trying not to die again. And it's not easy. It's not easy chipping away at these hordes without them chipping away on us. Okay, so this is an HP doll, if I'm remembering correctly. So I'm not using this right now. And there we go. A couple more enemies. And these enemies are just not ending today, are they? They really aren't ending today. Okay, I could use Serepiko or Puck or Ishidoro, but they're not really useful for horde fights. For horde fights, mainly only the Berserk technique is really good, and the bomb and the arm cannon. For anything else, I would, like for boss fights, Ishidoro can be really good. If like the boss is really destroying us right now, and we're like, okay, we have to do something. We have to get back up. What we do is called Ishidoro, and Ishidoro, no, not Ishidoro, never mind. Serepiko. Serepiko makes every enemy on the battlefield freeze for like a second or two, while Ishidoro has like a flame attack that, well, it deals fire damage towards enemies. You're using that flame attack on, which is very good against one of the upcoming bosses, which is happening like the next 15 minutes. I think in like the next 15 minutes. Okay, here we go. Please get the HP doll this time. I think it's an HP doll. Please be an HP doll and not an EXP doll. Okay, we're now moving on to the next horde, which I have adopted the Graveyard Horde, because It takes place in a graveyard. I think that's the best description you can give to that horde fight. It's basically just a graveyard horde. It's a horde that is invading a graveyard. And there we have another one of these, but this one has EXP and not HP. And we desperately need that EXP, believe me. Ah! We messed up, there we go. We messed up. And another loading screen. And we're right back at it again. Let's go Berserk, shall we? And clean some big cows here. Imagine playing this on Expert and just dying. Because everything kills you probably in like 2 attacks or something. Imagine you have to fight that amount of enemies and you're dying in like 3 hits. Imagine that. Oh no. Oh no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not yet. Yeah, let's use the cannon. Let's use the cannon. Yes, it even killed the armor guy, which is good, which is good. Okay, should be done with this horde relatively soon, I think. Please. Yes, we got the right one. I was scared that we would not get the right one, and we would actually attack like some smaller enemy that did not deserve that at all. Okay, let's go more towards the center of the graveyard blocks. Get rid of this guy, and get rid of the others. And okay, we don't have a okay. We can use that again. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Come on. Wow, that goblin has no arms and is still able to attack me. Ow! He's throwing stones. Could call him the rolling stone. Or the throwing stone in this case. Okay, now we're going back to the church. Back to where it all started. Oops, where are we? There we are. Go back to the front of the church. And we have more hordes to fight. But yeah, still no cutscenes. If we have some time, can we watch a little bit of the final cutscenes? Or I don't think so. I don't think we have enough time to like watch the final cutscenes of the game. I'm asking carefully because maybe we might have some time to show at least a little bit of the final cutscenes before we move on. Would be awesome if I could, because there are some really cool stuff that I don't think has never been animated before in the Berserk series. Like, as in an anime has never animated that, but this game has animated it in cutscenes. So it might be cool to show that, I don't know. So that's why I'm asking if we have time to like show a little bit of cutscenes towards the end. Nice, get rid of these enemies. Ouch! With a cannon, with a bomb, We're good. This guy just dropped dead. I didn't even hit him. Nice, we got that one. Let's go Berserk again. This guy has a bit too much HP for my test, so... Clean some house here. Is it? Now Shirika is almost ready to charge her spell, but there is one more horde that we have to kill. One more. Just one more. One more horde. Before the spell is ready. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, this guy just doesn't want to die. Let's use one of the special attacks here. Ouch. That's quite painful. Okay, let's clean some health again. With our Berserk. We do have enough Berserk, I feel. Clean some. Okay. Let's get it. Get it. Let's get it. Get it. Get it. Ouch! Yes, let's go. Getting rid of these guys, the most annoying ones. There's a big one. There's a big one. I'll one-shot this guy. Nice. While one-shotting him, the others can spawn, which is nice. Oh, okay. Come on, give me another... Oh wow. Oh wow, 3. Okay. Can we please... Okay, this one. This one first. There's literally an infinite amount of ogres fighting us. And it's just not stopping. It's not stopping. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There we go. Getting rid of this guy because he's a high HP one. Doesn't die in one hit. For one slash. There we go. Nice, we got a gold. Heck yeah. Okay, we have now a bunch of boss fights back to back. One of them is Ogle. Ogle is probably one of the most annoying fights. But not this one specifically. Or should I say not specifically this fight, because we have several fights with this guy. Okay, with the attack, which does a lot of damage. So we're using that. Nice, we got the counter. Okay, that's the first Ogle fight. Damn, that was a good. That was very good. That was superb. Yeah, the Japanese restream already is talking about it. Yes, Kerupi. Kerupi is the next boss fight, and oh my lord, I hate this fight. Good lord, this fight is so annoying. This is why we use Surepiko. He freezes Kerupi, and then we use Ishidoro. We use fire, and boom, quite a bit of health gone. And this is why I hate Kerupi, because he has this water barrier around him. There we go. Oh, that was not a lot of damage. Ugh. And that water barrier is basically impossible to get around. And it basically takes forever to get him done. Okay. Okay, wait. There we go. There we go. Okay, did quite some damage. Let's go. Nice. Okay, quite some damage again. Heck yeah. Okay, now we have to wait again. Because he's in his really annoying barrier. Very nice. Wow, I saved quite some time as well. Wow. Kelpie could have been really annoying, but we were able to strat it correctly. Now we have the Ogle 2 fight, and this one has two phases. This one has a regular phase and a water phase. And as you might guess, the water phase is the most annoying one out of them, and you will see why. But first we'll do the normal phase. The first phase, which is his first bar of HP, is on land, as we knew before. Gonna do the R1 and square slash strat, deal as much damage as possible. Then do this attack. No. Do this attack. No, not to the small one. There we go. This attack, which deals a lot of damage, and we try to do that over and over again. And I'm also trying to counter his attacks, because his attacks are no bueno. They are very not good. Okay, I'm sorry that if I'm causing a seizure or motion sickness from the camera stuff, but this is sadly the fastest way to do it, so sorry about that. Ouch. And he is down. Okay, this is too much damage. This is too much damage, way too much. Okay. This one. Water Ogle, worst Ogle by far. Reason why, we're fighting in water. We're fighting in, like, flowing water. Guts is so slow. Like, get to him. And we just take damage out of nowhere. Ogle likes to attack this way, and I don't know what that is. When we attack Ogle, we suddenly lose our place. Like, we slide actually on the ground. And when we try to stay stationary, we just lose our place because, well, we're not stationary. And that really sucks. Get some damage in. Okay, but I'm a chicken and use Puck here because I do not have a lot of HP. So let's use Puck to get some HP back and try not to die. So Berserk once more. Oh wow! And he ran away from me. Wonder if that works. Yes, it does. Nice. Okay. At least in one way it worked. Ah! Kind of just start attacking him like crazy. Okay. This fight is super annoying, so can't really do anything about it. Like, anything he does can be super devastating. It can send me back, it can... Everything bad that can happen here can happen here. And this was the main reason why this is the reason. This deals so much damage and it just throws me right back. This fight is really sketchy, and I really don't like it. Berserk. Damage, please. Guts. Damage, please. Counter. Reversal. It's nice. Nice counter. No. Get him. No! What are you doing? No! Couldn't get him. I couldn't get him. Nice. And we cut his arm off, which is really good. And yeah, this boss fight is just super slow and very annoying. Because everything just takes forever. And this should kill him, hopefully. It did. Let's go. Okay, finally. Oh, I hate this boss. I hate this boss so much. Okay. And I think we're entering the next one here, right? And we're just going to the next level. Clean as pie. Chapter 5. As I told, one of the chapters that takes the absolute longest to finish. So here we're deep in the forest, and there are some eclipse-like enemies hunting me down, or at least trying to hunt me down. So what we have to do here is we have to teleport with these. You see that purple flame over there? We gotta go there. We gotta use those to like teleport around. I have no idea what they are or what they do, but they are. That makes sense. We just teleport to the next area and then, yeah, it's just that. Hands on purple flame. And now we'll wait. And now we walk north into a cutscene. Perfect. What game is this? This is Berserk. Berserk and Seima no Senki no Sho. Or should I say the Millennium Falcon arc, chapter of the Holy Demon War. I don't have the copy next to me right now, so I can't show you what the game looks like. But if you search Berserk PS2 on Google, that's probably the first result you will get. It's probably the correct one. There's a lot of running around here, just going from A to B into those flames and teleporting around and finding the right place. 1, 2, 3. Wait, actually, no, the horde hasn't started yet. Right. But we have to go east now. Which is where afterwards the thing starts. I might want to use Puck right now because next horde can be quite bad if it wants to be. And I would love to be like full HP for that. That's okay. No problem. Been there, done that. Okay, next horde. This one is with, I guess, Eclipse monsters? I mean, it looks like Eclipse monsters. Okay, and as you can see, we don't have any allies in our party now. Don't ask me why. I don't remember why or what the reason is why. But we don't have any parties on our L2 badge. So that's why I healed with Puck right now, because, well, I couldn't have healed during the fight, so I was like, okay, let's heal before. But you might be wondering, what is this back thingy that you have on your X button right there? So that is fairy dust, or well, the dust that Puck uses to heal myself. That dust, or whatever that is, it recharges after some time, just like Puck, and I can heal myself with it. But since I didn't want to use it during the fight, I thought, okay, let's just use it before the fight, and we're good. We should use a arm cannon here. Get rid of all the enemies once again, and then boom, get rid of those. Just cleaning over here. I'm a cleaner guy. I'm Mr. Clean. I might not have the white clothes that he wears, but I'm cleaning enemies here. At least one thing I'm doing. Damn, we're already at over 80 kills. That's pretty hefty. Can we get to 100? 94, 96, and 9900. Sword Master. Let's go. Can we go even higher than that? Can we go to like 120? Hell yeah. Sword Master once again. Looks like this game does not intend to get a combo that is over 130 or something. 13,000 EXP. Whew. That's quite the XP if you ask me. And we saved quite some time again. Dashing into the purple flame. There we go. Next up is an old friend, or old friends that we've seen before. And I don't mean the purple flame or the Eclipse-esque enemies that we have here. I mean something or someone else. I will not spoil you though. I will not spoil you. Okay. Gotta go northeast again. Nice knife shot. Shoutouts to Guts being an absolute goat. And we're on our path to finally meet them again. You might remember the ones that I'm talking about right now. Maybe you're not sure. Maybe you have a vague idea who we're fighting next. And I didn't mean the HP XP doll. It is what it is. That's a nice clip right there. I wish I could read Japanese so I know what the clip is about. Could be funny. Ah, get in there. Get in there. Can someone translate that for me? I don't know what that clip is about, but I need to watch it. Yeah, Judo, Pippin, and Karkas again. I have to. Oh, right, I have to play. I'm too my thoughts are now in the clip that is in the Japanese restream that I want to watch. Ha! Yamero. Okay, one more. And you don't want to do one more. Oh, there we go. One's down. Actually, Pippin first? I thought Judo or Karkas would go first, because especially Judo is super annoying with his attacks. Right here. Oh no. Ah, see? That counter. That counter is very painful. It costs a lot of time. There we go. And Karkas. This guy basically does nothing, but he is annoying as all hell. So, yeah, we're just trying to get rid of him. And if he runs away like that, we can't find him anymore, because since we don't have a camera, he could be anywhere on the battlefield. Save the time at least. Save time. We're still on a not very bad pace. Okay, moving on. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Do we have to go north? Wait, I have to go northwest. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Dun-dun, da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Next one is northeast. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And yes, this is kind of a labyrinth. Yeah, just FYI. And now we're going north. And we're meeting someone you're all too familiar with. You know what's funny? This run really shouldn't make you hungry. It should actually do the opposite. It should not make you hungry because of so much gore. But I'm actually getting really hungry. Okay. Okay. Next boss fight is coming up. Who is the next boss fight? What do you guys think? Who is the next boss fight? What do you think is the next boss fight? You guessed correctly. The exact same people again, but this time we also fight Casca. For some insane reason, we also fight Casca. The very thing we protected the entire way, we are also fighting now. The very person, I'm sorry. The very person we protected on our journey, we're now fighting her as well. Okay, let's go. And... wow! Casca's down. Let's go. Ouch. This is why we should go for Pippin first, for Judo first all the time. Nice, good counter. There we go, last hit on Judo for that one. Story irrelevant, just clang. This is Berserk 2016 in a nutshell. Just clang. Just do all the clanging. Oh, nice. The thing is, all the times we fought our friends here, including Casca, those are all illusions from the same person. Those are all illusions. Like I'm telling you guys, because Berserk filler is one of the craziest filler you've ever seen. I didn't even attack, okay. Oh no. I've only walked to him. I hate it when this happens when I'm only walking to him. Oh, where is he? There he is, like a coward. Okay, we're finally fighting the guy who's behind all of this. All of the illusions right here. And this annoying brat is called Charles. Charles is words I can't say right now. But he's annoying. He's so bad. Like, you can only hit him under extremely special circumstances. He teleports around and can only be hit like once at a time. And yeah, he's video game exclusive. He's not in the manga, he's not in anime, he's exclusive to the game. You have to spam R1 to see where you're going. And this dark mist surrounds Guts. The black mist that surrounds Guts is actually a spell that completely reverses the directions that I'm using. So when you see me walk around with the dark stuff around me, rest assured that that's just No! No! He deflected my attack! Ah! This is why I hate Charles. Because the arm cannon should have killed him. The arm cannon should have killed him, but it didn't. Because he's a special kid. Like, look at him. He just doesn't take damage. He just doesn't take damage. Look at this. This is why I hate him. This is why we all should hate him. Screw Charles. No one likes you. This is why we hate Charles. In this house, we hate Charles. Or just the character Charles. Come on. See? He doesn't take damage. Unless there are very specific circumstances. Yeah, and these spells, they send you flying. Come on. Get vulnerable. Dude, get vulnerable. Get vulnerable, dude. How long do you want to wait? We have all day. Dude, we have all day, man. Ah, beautiful. I hate this dude. I hate this small brat. It's ugh. He's very annoying, dude. Like, this game has so many annoying bosses. It's an amazing game, but it has so many annoying bosses. That has to be said. Annoying instances like this also happens quite frequently, sadly. Okay, notes. What are my notes saying? My notes say North End chapter. Yeah, that tells me a lot. So I guess I'm just North End chapter. I hope you guys can see more than I can, because my room is actually kind of bright because of the sun shining into my room, and I have a hard time actually seeing what's happening on my CRT. I hope you guys see more than I do. Just dash forehead. Do we raise the level here? Level 3! Hey, let's go. We can buy level 3 early. Wait. Shoot, I don't think I was supposed to do that. I was supposed... No. I think I was supposed to get arm cannon for faster charge. For faster arm cannon charge. If I level up arm cannon, I could have gotten a faster upcharge, but I hope that doesn't screw me over. I don't think it should. Because if I upgrade my arm cannon, instead of taking 2 minutes to recharge, it only takes 100 seconds. So you save 20 seconds of recharge time every time. But it shouldn't be too bad. I do not remember Guts walking like this in my previous attempts here. Is this normal? Is this normal here? Is Guts really walking like this? Usually? I do not recall him running like this at all. Where am I? Where am I? Am I going the right way? Ignore the north and continue east. Well, I went the completely wrong way then. Whoops. Yeah, reading directions is hard. Don't be like me. I do not remember if Guts really was walking like this in my yesterday's attempt. I do not recall Guts walking with his sword up his shoulder like this yesterday. Because this might actually be slower than what I think is the normal way. I am so confused. I am so confused right now. The tech one right still north. Oops, lower path. That would have been a dead end. We have a lot of time. We have a lot of time on our estimate, and it's looking good enough that we're not too far behind. Or should I say, we should not be behind. I hope. After this run. We have enough time to save still. I still need to look at my notes though to not get myself lost. I think now we have to go north, right? Is this the Dark Souls of Berserk games? Yes, but this was before Dark Souls, so imagine that From Software looked at this game and was like, how can we make our own game out of it without calling it a Berserk game, without needing the Berserk IP? I mean, literally everything in Dark Souls or Elden Ring is a Berserk reference. Like, come on. There are way too many Berserk references in From Software games. Like, if you played a From Software game and you know Berserk, you know for sure there are Berserk references in those games. And this is as Dark Souls as it can get. Before Dark Souls was a thing, that is. Okay, so in this map, we have to cut down on some rocks. Miyazaki loved his Berserk. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love Berserk? Like, honestly, who doesn't love Berserk? Everyone loves Berserk. Because Berserk is geek fiction. Oh, but my sword speed is so fast now, hell yeah. I'm not used to having sword speed level 3 here. I usually am used to a slower sword speed here. But I do feel that faster sword speed should save quite a bit of time. However, because I went the wrong path there, I might actually be like 6 minutes behind now. So yeah, we lose like 2-3 minutes because of that. But otherwise, we should be okay. The Arcane 14. I've never played 14 before. I mean, I played 12, which is basically the biggest inspiration for 14, so I might actually be a step ahead of everyone who plays 14. So I don't know. Oh yeah, this is a very specific horde, because the enemies are not like as cluttered as they are before. They come in like singular enemies. It's a bit weird. Like, there are a bunch of enemies, but definitely not as much as before. Yeah, get rid of me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. And you are gone, sir. And you are gone, and ouch. So what? Use the gun. Arm cannon. It's not a gun. Why am I saying gun? It's not a gun, it's a cannon. It says arm cannon. Good. No, not yet. Not yet. Every Japanese game a Berserk or JoJo reference. I mean, I'd be proud if either of them were made in my country. I'd be proud as well. Oh, could it be? Oh, I think I remember now. Oh, now I get it. I think the reason why Guts walks the way he does, with his sword up his shoulders, is because I leveled up his sword early. I think that's it. The reason, the way Guts walks right now is because of leveling up the sword speed. I think. That'd be the only explanation I would have for this. Anything else? I think that's the only explanation there is for that, and I think it makes sense. The way Guts walks right now is because of the sword speed. And now that I think about it, he might actually even be faster in terms of walking. Now that I think about it and the way I'm seeing it. He might actually genuinely be faster the way he walks right now. Could be a big time save for future attempts. If we get the sword speed early. What does it say? Which path do I take? Southwest-ish. So this one. It does look a lot faster. At the northwest-ish. The northwest-ish. Wait, no, this is southwest-ish. Oh! Yeah, thank you very much. I'm taking you gladly. Thank you kindly. And then going over here. We're going northwest-ish again. Hey, Music Box, thank you for the good luck. Yes, I'm doing great. I hope you do too. Okay, lots of walking again, and it looks like we actually saved time on walking because of level 3 sword speed, which is not something I thought would happen. But I'm down. Heck yeah, I'm down. The more time saved, the better. I think, yeah, this is where the boulders are coming down and try to hit me. They can knock you back quite far, I think. But yeah, I'm trying to dodge them as good as possible. I think that's the only time I have to be quote-unquote scared about boulders hitting me. But where am I right now? Have to cut and destroy. Yes. Okay, let's use the knife again. I mean, it looks like you could actually go here somewhere, but no. Everything is blocked off here. Is there a couple paths in front of us? There is. Okay, we're going the right way. I was scared. I was scared for a second that I was going the wrong way, but nah, I'm going the right way. Hey Keba, how are you doing? This is Berserk, Millenium Falcon Senshi no Sho, or in English, Berserk, Millenium Falcon, chapter of the Holy Demon War, which is the PS2 game of, Millennium Falcon arc, which takes place at around volume 20, and it goes from volume 20 all the way to the Berserker armor. Where the Berserker armor gets introduced. Where am I going? Let's go west. Yes. Yes, I am. Oh no, another one of those camera changes that absolutely screw me over. And yeah, you're watching us approaching the 3rd hour for the speedrun of the game. And yeah, if you have any questions regarding the game, regarding Berserk or the speedrun or anything, if you're interested in anything of this, don't hesitate to ask. I'm here until the run is done. And if you still have questions after the run, you can follow me on Twitch, the same name as is shown on stream right now, BlueHarvey. And you can ask me or whisper me there if you have any questions regarding the run, or if you have interested in learning the run and want the resources which are available right now. Okay, after that stone was cut down, we're now going to the left side and continue on from there. Yeah. Because now the stone is here, which lets us pass to the next area. Now the next place, if I remember correctly, has... Oh yeah, this stone right here. I have to cut down this stone. And after we cut down this stone, some of our characters start talking. Hello? Oh. We were a little bit too soon with this. Ouch! Okay. And then our characters start talking because it seems like it's a time-based thing that just happened when they start talking. There's 2 places here that we can go. Please don't attack me anymore, thank you very much. We take the upper path, because the lower path is just a dead end. And it's not getting us to the place where we want, so just continue and like walk through the rest. Know of the anime. Did never play it in video game adaptations. I mean, fair. The PS2 version never released in the West. That's why everything is in Japanese. But I can't read 99% of what's going on anyway, because everything is in Japanese. I can read kana, but don't ask me about kanji. I'm lost when it comes to kanji. I am no good in kanji, like at all. And we slowly but surely should approach the one of the scariest parts of the run. Nice. Got another HP doll, hell yeah. Okay. Okay, scariest part of the run. We have 3 hordes. 3 long, devastating, and painful hordes in a row. They're quite long, and they're quite painful to deal with. And this should... I hope that the sword speed should save us some time. Oh man, this is gonna be so amazing with sword speed level 3. Man, this... Okay, I have to say, like, getting sword speed level 3 early is probably the best thing I've done. I feel like I'm so much faster thanks to the faster sword speed, and I feel like that the entire horde fights are gonna be super fast because of that. And especially those 3, which are already really long. I feel like we can only profit from that we now have sword speed level 3 here. Might be something for a new strat or something, I don't know. Nice, we got that one killed really fast. Okay. This is some really long hordes. Please stop. No! Okay, it didn't work. Okay, Berserk plus sword speed level 3, and We're now absolutely destroying everything around us. Everything that even wants to get close to us will get killed. Hand sanitizer? No. We're killing the bacteria ourselves. We're fighting on plankton level. Ouch. As you can see, because there are so many enemies around, they constantly damage you. And it's not so easy, like, get them all under control. Even with Sword Speed level 3. Ouch! Stop with thick crossbows, please. There we go. No! No, no, no! No! Not the small guy! Not the small guy, please! Okay. Should be done with the first one relatively soon, I hope. I hope. These don't spawn anymore. Okay, stop. Dude, no. No. We don't play like that. We don't play like that. There we go. And you're donezo. Not that donezo, but you're done for. You know what I mean. Okay, let's farm cannon this guy and get rid of them. Get them out of our face. They're annoying, just get rid of them. Just get rid of them. It's that easy. Easy game, and he's gone. Okay. Really? Okay, this guy's gone. Come on, it's this guy. There we go. And he's gone now as well. Come on. This should be the first. This should be like we should be done with the first one like right now. Ow, we're still not done. Okay, let's just clean everything up here. There's too many. Oh, nice gold. Oh man, it does save time. Heck yeah. Gus has always been a human chainsaw. You could say he's Chainsaw Man. If you have not read Chainsaw Man yet, I would highly recommend it. That series is absolutely amazing. I can't say watched yet because the anime has not been out yet. But people suggest that Chainsaw Man should be ready this fall, but we're not sure. Okay, let's get this guy. Let's get this bread. And there he goes. We're now on board number 2. The big ones. Get this one guy. Get this guy gone. Get him out of my face. And time to clean house once again. Okay, let's just cannon. I just do better. Bomb again. Ouch. There was an armored guy. We could have used the Ground of Sacrifice combo there. It is what it is. Ah! No! Oh wow! I didn't know that's a thing. Wow. You dash into a triangle when you have the Brand of Sacrifice happening, And Guts goes ham. Okay. Whatever that was awesome. I don't know what that was, but that was awesome. See, I don't know a lot about this game yet. I know this game from runs, but I don't know a lot about it else. Like, if someone wants to speedrun this, you probably have a higher chance of beating record than I have. And out of nowhere they appear. And out of nowhere they appear. More and more of these goblins. No, not goblins. But guys, which are just annoying little enemies trying to seek attention. The only attention that they are allowed to get is the attention of my blade. The attention to detail from the Dragon Slayer up close, that's the only thing that they get, the only attention they get. Nice, okay. I didn't know that. You can actually do this. Actually... wait, skip the animation of Guts going Berserk. If you use the triangle attack, I didn't know that. And... one more. Low. Low. There you go. Why is everyone waving? Am I missing something? Hey Dita, how are you doing? Did I miss something? So, people are waving in chat. Let's go. Ow! You know what? Safety first. This is the final one. Not the final horde of the run, but almost. Almost. Nah, we couldn't kill the... we couldn't kill the big guys. Sadly. And cheers, thank you so much. Hontou arigatou gozaimasu. That was the wrong one. Using these special attacks really give me a lot of Berserk bar. I'm a little bit confused as to what is happening with the enemies. Like, enemies just don't spawn anymore, even though they should. Because we only just started with this horde right here. Let's use the bomb. Quickly get rid of them, and... No. There we go. Got the quick kill on that one. And 1, 2, 3, there we go. Okay, let's go Berserk again. Because we have it. Because we can. Just because I can. Nice, and get rid of this big guy. Get him down faster. And then, where are you? Hello? Enemies? Hello? Nani? Hello? There's 2 enemies going after me right now. Get down there! Okay. You, sir, need to get away from your high horse on 2 swords and, like, calm down. There are 2 enemies. Too many enemies just not calming down right now. Okay, quick kill this guy. Doing a lot of reversals with parrying and stuff. If you just joined the stream, let me explain to you a little bit about the combat system. So if you see a reversal, that's if you counter with pressing X. With X you do defend, but if you press it correctly during an attack, you can get a reversal or a counter. A reversal is if you get a quote-unquote normal counter attack. That's just like oh, I just deflected your attack, I'm attacking you back. And if you get a counter, you get a quote-unquote heavy counter attack onto an enemy, which deals a lot of damage. And the brand of sacrifice symbol that you see there on my HP bar, that can be used for like combo attacks. And these combo attacks, they can deal quite a bit of damage, depending what move and which enemy you're using it on. And what I'm doing right now is using Berserk. I have a Berserk meter next to my HP, which is on the right, and that depletes after 8 seconds. And if I'm going Berserk, I have 8 seconds time to absolutely slash everything around me. I could upgrade Berserk though, if I want to, but I'm not, and actually have a longer Berserk duration. But I don't want that. I think there's more important stuff to upgrade, like sword speed, which I have talked earlier, that sword speed is extremely useful and very much needed, because enemies in this game can literally just destroy you if you don't have this fast enough sword speed. There we go. Should be done soon, I think. As we're approaching the 3-hour mark. That's the only reason why I think it should be done soon. And you should be goner. That it? No, it's not it. Not yet. Soonish, I guess. Very soonish we should be done. I hope. No. No. Okay, this was a small one. I didn't want to do a small one. But that's that. Okay, I don't want to use Berserk anymore, even though it would be faster. But I want to use it for the upcoming bosses, because there is an upcoming boss, like right after this, where I want to use my Berserk on. Yes, okay, we're finally done. Raise the level. Can we raise the gun once more? We never raised the gun, oops. Would be that. Okay. Okay, while we're on here, let's just save. You can never be safe enough in this run. Okay. Now, we're fighting someone who you're probably familiar with. How many times are we gonna keep seeing them? Don't be annoyed if this is the last time we fight them. So if you hated seeing this for like 50 bajillion times, this is the last time we will see this. Kalska. Ah! Costco got me instead. Okay, let's get Costco. Now, every time I kill one of the party members, or one of them, one of the Men of the Hawk, I get a little cutscene. However, the others still have the same HP they had before. Judo should be down like very soon as well. Come on, get all three of them at the same time, please. Nah, I couldn't get the counter. Almost though. Okay, let's see. Can we get all of them together and then use the bomb? And that's Judo. And we only have 2 left, which are the least annoying ones to fight. But believe me, this is the last time we fight them in this run, I swear. If you've gotten sick of them, this is the last time we see them. Okay, this strat seems to work. Better than I thought it would. Okay, let's use the Bride of Sacrifice to get him out of his his safety net or something. Nice, we got Carcass. Just he's been quite annoying with dodging attacks time to time. Finally glad we're rid of him. Okay. And he should be done like very soon as well. Nice, we got a gold. Saved 18 seconds. Okay, and next we fight someone you also know very well. He did something wrong, maybe. Or maybe he didn't. Good it is! We're fighting Griffith. Griffith! I just love that scream of desperation. It just fits so well. Nice counter. Nice. Reversal. Nice, good counter. Again. Okay, don't attack him. Now we can. Oh no. This is bad if this happens too often. I said this is bad if it happens too often. I tried to use the crossbow, but it didn't go as planned. There we go. Lost some time against Griffith, but it'd be we should be good. Griffith! Griffith! And that's it for Griffith. And you might be wondering, we were in a forest like less than 5 minutes ago. Where did all that come from? And you probably know from where that came from. Good friend Charles. Everyone hates Charles. Everyone hates him. Everyone hates Charles. So this is kind of like a boss rush right here that we are experiencing. I'm probably gonna heal right now because it might be the best time to heal right now, so I'm gonna do it right now. Ouch, ouch, ouch. There we go, got him. Nice, there we go. Aw, Charles? Do you want to get attacked or not? No! Come on! No! Yeah, this is another thing he can do. He can literally stop time, and then he can do this. Look how far away we are from him. Just because of one spell he was able to hit. No! Oh, do you see how far away I get? This is how far away I am. For simply trying to get him. Also, reverse control. Once I have this black mist around me, I have to do everything in reverse. Like all the walking I have to do in reverse to go to Charles. Because it completely reverses your controls. So once like the dark stuff is around me, not that stuff, this one just stops time and I can't get out of it. His spells just deal so much damage, and they're just insane. Dude. Charles, please. Look at how much damage he deals. Yes, there we go. At least we got that, which deals a ton of damage. Nice. Okay, we got the bomb, which is also really good to get. Very good damage dealing. Ah! When we're like one pixel off to damage him. Nice, okay, finally. I hate this dude. Arigato, Ikoriman-san. Okay, now we're fighting his evolution because, of course, like shonen protagonists, this is not my final form. He has a moth evolution? I have no, don't ask me. I have no idea. He has a moth evolution. He turns into a moth. And he flies around. And he is a nightmare and a half. And I kind of want to bait him into doing attacks. Because countering his attacks is, they do real good damage. I couldn't counter this one because, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. If you're wondering what the heck I'm doing with the sword, I'm aiming, or should I say, I'm targeting. This is just targeting. Ah, couldn't get him. Man, please, please do the attacks that I can counter. I didn't mean that one. I meant actually a regular attack because the regular attacks that you do. Ah, I couldn't counter him this time. Sag. Ah, I couldn't counter him again. The game really doesn't want to counter him, does it? Come on. He randomly decides to just fly up. Come on, attack me. Attack me. Attack me. Don't T-pose. Don't T-pose. Don't T-pose on me. Why are you T-posing? Dude, come on. I was countering that attack. Can I at least once get it for the viewers so they know what it looks like? That's not the way to go, Charles. Okay, attack me now. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, there we go. That's the damage I want to see. You can't. I think you can bait him to do this attack many times. I hope. I want to counter that attack so many times. Come on. Come on. Do that attack again. Ah, he didn't do it again. I hate when Guts just doesn't want to counter, like, at all. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know we wanted to. I know we want to. I know you want. I know you want it. Come on. I know you want to attack me. Come on. Come on. I know you want to attack me. I know very well you want to attack me. Come on. This is not the way to go, Charles. Ah, I dodged him. Even if it was just accidental. Did I dodge him again? Okay, I might just have a better chance just killing him like that one. Okay, it didn't work at all. What I wanted, like, he didn't cooperate at all. Everything was just bad. I didn't want to save. Okay, we're saving again. We're saving again. The game automatic. I accidentally pressed something that made me save, but better save than not save, right? Isn't that one of the arcs? What are we talking about? Okay. And now we're finally going back into manga territory again. We're fighting Slan. Or at least the tentacles. So the tentacles that are like covering her, they have some HP that we have to quote unquote complete before we can actually fight Slan herself. Okay, let's see if we can get this. Ah, we couldn't get the counter. Ah, sad. Very sad. Ah, couldn't get it. Monka TOS. This is the first Slan fight. Lost 24 seconds. Yikes. Okay, now we have one more Slan fight in front of us. Ahead of us. And then we're on the last batch of the run. We're closing in on the end. It's getting closer and closer. But we're nowhere near the time. Nowhere near time calling. We have to get rid of both tentacles so we can actually get to Slung. So we actually have to attack both. And yeah. Bam! Use the bomb as well. Nice counter. Let's go. Let's go. Good counter. Good damage. Nice counter again. Nice, we're doing it again. Nice, we're doing it again. And we're doing it again. Wow, that was fast. That was quick. Woo. That was good speed. That was a gold. That was good speed. Very good, very good. And I can actually kind of like pat on the shoulders here because that was really good. That was actually really good. Okay, final stretch. We are on the final stretch. We have 3 more hordes left, sadly, but those are not long ones. Only 3 more hordes left and a couple bosses. But yeah, this takes at least like another 15 minutes in total. But DBK, I will notify you once we're quote unquote ready for a time. I'm just enjoying the run, that's good to hear. It's good to make sure in advance that the person in charge for the live split knows in advance what is happening. Better early than too late. Okay. First horde. Let's go. Did I mention that this game has a lot of loading? I don't think I mentioned that before. I don't know what these guys are, but those are the last enemies in the hordes that we're fighting. And you're getting in half, and you're getting halved, and you're getting halved, and you're getting halved, and you're getting halved, and you too. Everyone is getting halved. This one takes a little while until he's halved. You're getting halved, and you're getting halved, and you're getting halved, and you're getting halved, and you're getting halved. Ah, I didn't want to do that. I'm gonna go ham on those guys a bit. Okay, that should be the last one. There are more. There are more. Let's go. We're getting there. Thank you, Raifuku, for the good luck. Okay, this second last one. Of the big hordes where we have to get rid of these enemies. We're soon done with the hordes and then we can finally stop hoarding. Okay, this horde is not as bad as others that we have had before. Enemies basically can't do damage to you here, or well, they're just too slow to deal damage to you. While others just would have straight up killed you. Here you're faster than the enemy, so you're able to get them before they can get you. Ow! Okay, never mind, I can actually get hit here. This is the first time I've been hit before by one of these. Okay, and... be gone? Yeah, be gone. This should be it. Should be it. Yes. There we go. Okay. Grunbeld time. Okay, and this is the first Grunbeld fight. This is a semi-auto-scroller, because you don't really deal damage to this guy. But you have to counter him and try to deal damage to him because you have to counter not counter. Because you have to make the characters talk, and this only happens if you like try to initiate a fight with them, but not seriously. So countering here is the best option. Every time you attack, you get a counter. Okay, come on. There we go. Get that counter in. So yeah, we actually have to just wait this out. But we can't really deal damage here. Well, not really. Can't really deal damage here. Just have to wait and counter everything until the characters stop talking. Until they've talked it out to each other. Until they have their shonen discussions over. There we go. Ouch. Come on. How's this game? How have I not yet gotten through this? Okay, I don't think this is going anywhere, I think. Yes, there we go. As I said, auto-scroller. And I actually saved time on an auto-scroller. Saving time on an auto-scroller. Okay. Last horde fight in the run. Last horde fight. And then we're finally done with hordes. And welcome, Berserker armor. So yeah, if you wanna experience Berserker armor guts someday, play this game. This is, as far as I know, the only place where you can actually experience Berserker armor guts. I will not talk throughout the last boss. The last boss is not coming up right now, but I will tell you when the last boss is coming up, and I will not talk over the last boss, because the last boss has the opening theme sign playing, and having the opening theme, which is such an amazing track, playing for the final boss, I do not want to talk during that, because that's such a magical thing in my opinion. Yeah, I will only say when time is about to drop or when time happens. But otherwise we'll probably not talk during that. Okay, now we're actually fighting Grunbeld. Or in Japanese, Grunberdo. Uroi Kenshi. Oops. This actually hurts. That's a usual 9. Hello? Nice counter. The goal is to break his shield. As you can see, it's slowly falling apart. That's the goal right now, killing the shield. Because once we kill the shield, we can actually, like, finally attack him for real. Ouch, that hurt. Nice. I forgot. This guy is so annoying. Nice. And boom! And his shield is gone. And now it's time to deal some damage. Uh-oh. Okay, we got him. Got out of it. Ouch. Nice counter. Nice counter again. And we should be done in the next hit with Grunbeld. Nice. That's Grunbeld. That's Grunbeld for you. But if you remember reading the manga, you remember that he can transform, right? And of course he does that. He turns into a flippin' dragon. Oh yeah, world record is like dead, just FYI. PB, my PB is a 319.48 and we are at 322. Spoilers. This is not a spoiler. I don't know if he was depicted with red crystals in the manga, but I remember that in the anime he had pink crystals. Ouch. Okay, this guy's going absolutely ham on me. Jesus. Oh my lord. Come on. Hello? Okay, why is he not taking damage? There we go, finally. Okay, so the game tells me, hey, look, there's a Brand of Sacrifice prompt. However, I would be dumb if I would use that prompt there. It's actually faster to just attack his head instead of using that prompt over and over again. Because every single attack deals as much damage, like every time I use the Brand of Sacrifice prompt, deals as much damage as a single hit on his head. So it is quite much better to just attack his head over and over again. So instead of just pressing triangle, we're using square to damage him. Perfect. No. As you can see, I'm not even holding R1 because if I'm holding R1, I'm not getting the head. But if I'm just freely like jumping, running around, and attacking his head, I can get that. Also, because the Berserker armor is very floaty, it's extremely difficult to hit his head consistently. Because he sometimes just, because of the attacking, you just fly over him. Like this. You just jump so much. Like, I'm only mashing square right now. I'm not jumping, I'm not doing anything. I'm just mashing square. And Guts himself just jumps around like crazy when attacking. Ouch. When attacking. Come on. Noosh. Come on. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Okay, final boss time. I will not talk during this fight because the music is very good. So if you like some amazing music from Susumi Hirasawa-san, turn up the volume right now. I will not talk unless the time is happening. Time happens once the EXP from Zod pops up in the low right. Time. That was quite a bit short. I did not think it would be this fast. And yeah, I'm letting these cutscenes play out if I'm allowed to by the marathon. Because these cutscenes are amazing. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you all so much for the GGs.
よくやりましたね、シール君。お行きなさい。そんな、やだ、私。あなたには分かっていたはず。その時が来たのです。己の行く道を探しなさい、愛弟子よ。命はその姿を変えるだけ。あなたの夢の中でまた会えるわ。お師匠様。あなたの巣立ちに祝福を。さよなら。さよなら。私の日だまり。
I don't know how much time we have left. There's still a couple of scenes that are happening. I don't know how much time we can spare for these scenes. Anyone from the committee can fill me in if we have some time. Watch them. It's like 5 minutes, yes, or less even. Mm-hmm.
いつの間にか賑やかになっちまったな。
ガツ、ガツ、しっかりしろ。私、ガツさんの声が聞こえました。本当ですか？
なんて言ったんだ。
うるせえから眠れないって。信じられない。
大丈夫そうですね。これは。
キャスカさん。キャスカ？はあ。
So,
俺は最初から心配なんかしてねえけどな。
if anyone is interested in the speedrun, this is the game you have to look for.
受けた。少しはお堅い頭もほぐれてきたか。
Only released in Japan, but it's an amazing game. Or should I say, you can judge it on your own. Yeah, that was Berserk, the PS2 game. I would suggest people to pick this game up at some point. Oh yeah, Sign 2, by the way, also from Susumu Hirasawa. What an absolute legend. Yeah. And since we're basically done here, and we're transitioning into credits now, with probably the best credits scheme in all of gaming, I want to say thank you, Kentaro Miura. I'm so sad you're gone. Thank you so much for what you've given us. Berserk is an amazing series which will inspire many generations from here on out. Thank you for the stories you've told through Berserk. Yeah. I can't draw, I can't make a art tribute to Kentaro Miura's passing. The only thing I can do is say him in front of thousands of people, how much he meant to all of us, how much he inspired all of us, and how much we love the story he has told throughout the years. The only tribute from my side is the speedrun. I'm not a very good artist. but I can speedrun. So this is my tribute to Kentaro Miura-san. So if anyone else wants to try out this game, and you want to learn about the speedrun, you can hit me up on Twitter. I have a Twitter, same name as here, but I have a 1 in my handle because BlueHarvey was already taken, so it's BlueHarvey1 on Twitter. You can find me on Twitch under the same name. I speedrun mainly this game, Final Fantasy XII. I'm a Final Fantasy speedrunner. I speedrun a bunch of different games, be it Final Fantasy, be it Metroid games, be it Berserk. I run a bunch of stuff. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, you can follow me on my Twitch page, BlueHarvey. If you're interested in any of that, feel free. I would absolutely love to see you guys over there. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I can let the credits run out. An absolutely amazing piece from Susumi Hirasawa. But I wonder if I can let this play out while the organizers in the back preparing the next run, which is, let me see. I don't have the schedule up. But yeah, I don't have the schedule up right now. I don't know what's next. But yeah, from the bottom of my heart to everyone, thank you so much for letting me participate in this amazing event. And thank you that I was able to show off Berserk. Probably at the only marathon that would probably show it off in the first place. I'm very glad I was able to show this off. I do not think I could have shown this off anywhere else but here. This was the perfect place to do it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart that I was able to show and share the beloved Berserk with you guys. 本当ありがとうございます。お疲れ様でした。And yeah, I think we can move over to the next game. BBK, want to take it away? Thank you, Kentaro Miura, for everything. Thank you for the GGs, everyone.